This is a CBS 4 Tracking Elsa update.
Good morning. I'm meteorologist Lissette Gonzalez, and right now the lower and middle Keys just getting slammed with nonstop rain, and now some heavier rain beginning to roll in to the Keys. The southwest coast of Florida too is getting hammered right now, and it's all due to Tropical Storm Elsa, which is passing just to the west-northwest of Key West. The flood advisory has been extended until 12:30 p.m. for the lower Keys due to the fact that the rain has been relentless the past few hours. Really haven't seen a break. So places like Key West, Stock Island, Big Coppice Key under that flood advisory, meaning the potential for even more rain that could lead to flooding, and you want to avoid driving through any flooded roadways. And the rain stretches across the middle Keys and even parts of the upper Keys. And the other big story is the fact that the winds have increased right now, sustained in Key West, about 37-mile-per-hour winds there, 43-mile-per-hour winds in Sand Key, and then the wind gusts as high as 51 miles an hour in Key West, 52 in Sand Key. The flood watch continues for the lower and middle Keys, as we could see 3 to 5 inches of rain, isolated amounts of up to 8 inches of rain. So the worst of the weather is taking place right now this morning, and then we should see some slow improvement, but not until later today, till also moves further away from us. So tropical storm conditions continuing for the lower middle Keys. Flooding, isolated tornadoes can't be ruled out. Gusty downpours at times for Miami-Dade and Broward, although it's been quiet for Dade and Broward so far, except for some storms overnight. Here's the latest 11 a.m. advisory, which we just received from the National Hurricane Center, and also has slowed down a little bit. It is now moving more to the north-northwest at 10 miles an hour, max sustained winds of 60 miles an hour, and forecast to continue lifting towards the north. Storm surge warning, hurricane watch in place for much of the west coast, as well as tropical storm warnings up and down the Gulf Coast, as Elsa is forecast to make landfall somewhere here, likely along the Big Bend here, North Florida, Gulf Coast, as we head into late tonight or into tomorrow morning. Right now is what we're seeing, since it has slowed down a little bit, and then it'll turn to the northeast, move across the southeast, and really all the Atlantic seaboard keeping an eye on Tropical Storm Elsa. But right now we go to our Ted Scouten, who's been keeping an eye on the weather conditions in Key West, which have been deteriorating throughout the morning. And Ted, it seems like it's raining even heavier now for you there.
Yeah, you know, you said that the rain was picking up here. We felt it right on cue. About maybe 5-10 minutes ago, the rain really started to come down heavier than it's been. And again, the rain is still falling horizontally because it's being blown by the wind. Give you an idea of that wind speed. Look at the palm fronds up there. Gives you an idea of how strong that wind is. Again, feeling tropical storm force gusts here in Key West. It's been the wind has been increasing throughout the day, showing again the ocean. This is looking out to the Florida Straits, where you can see the water very churned up, coming right over the seawall there as the wind pushes that water onto shore. There's been a lot of that today. We've seen some areas of flooding in parts of Key West. I know that over by the southernmost point, there was some flooding there that I saw this morning a couple hours ago, so I'd imagine that flooding is even more now as water is lapping out of the ocean. And I spoke to the mayor a little while ago. She told me that there is flooding in the low-lying areas and normal spots that flood, so I would imagine we're going to see more of that as the day goes on. Lissette?
That's right, Ted. And the storm surge could be anywhere from 1 to 2 feet. And in terms of the flooding, I would recommend that folks avoid going through any of those flooded roadways, as we're going to continue to see all the moisture with Elsa. And of course, we'll have another update in about a half an hour. Ted, thank you so much for your live report, and we'll see you then. Stay with CBS 4 News.